Hey folks, Bobby here today. Hey guys, today we're going to do a roof wash on our house and on our garage. And first of all, before we get started, I'll tell you the reason I'm having to do this. Actually got a little letter in the mail from my former insurance company, homeowners insurance company. They said from an aerial view that they looked at back in October that they saw that I had black algae on my roof, okay? And they did not like the trees that they said were hanging and touching my house, but they really weren't. Anyway, we took care of all the trees. You've probably seen us talking about it on some of the videos and some of the tree videos that we have had on the channel. Today, we're going to do our second roof wash. I actually have learned a lot about this. I've already treated my roof one time. We're going to go back and treat, we're going to go and just treat the whole roof again for the sake of the video. We got enough material to do it, but there's actually only a few spots that really need to be treated. And so we got some really cool tools here to show you here, guys. And a lot of this info I actually learned by watching other people's videos here on YouTube. A lot of the professionals that actually do this for a living, and a couple DIY guys that decided to do it for themselves as well. So first of all, bring the camera right on over here. We have a Brute trash can here, and we've got 25 gallons of water in this. We measured it off with a 5-gallon bucket. We got 25 gallons of water. We got a little bit of dirt right there. Let me get that out of there. Bug or something found his way in there. Anyway, bring the camera right over here. We have some bleach here that we're going to be using today. Now, bleach, typically the household bleach that you get like at the grocery store is 7.5% SH. Okay, that's the active ingredient that actually bleaches stuff. But what we have here, we found at Walmart, you can get Pool Essentials, and this is actually 10%, so it's a little bit stronger, okay, than your regular household stuff. So we have 4 gallons of the 10%, and we got 2 gallons of Food Line brand 7.5%. And we're also going to use, as a surfactant, we're just going to use some laundry detergent. They say it's better to use laundry detergent rather than dish detergent, because laundry detergent's already formulated to work better with bleach, okay? So we'll use a little bit of that today, and the reason you want to do that is to where it kind of foams up a little bit, and the bleach will actually cling for a little while longer before it runs totally off, and that will help it actually work a little bit longer before it dries up, okay, or runs off, I might say. Now, I don't really have any foliage here that I'm trying to protect today. I don't have many bushes up against my garage or against my house. Not really worried about killing anything on the ground, but if you are, make sure you wet it down. Keep everything wet down really good with a water hose before you even start doing this. You want everything nice and wet, so if any bleach gets on it, it'll prevent it from killing the vegetation. I'm not really worried about that today. Let's show you what else we got here. We have a water displacement pump that I got on Amazon, and I will show a link for this down below. This is the inlet side here. This is what's run into that trash can I just showed you. And this here is I've got 100 foot of outlet line here that I'm going to be using this little sprayer right here on, okay? I got several different settings. I got a shower and a flat and a vertical and a mist and a stream, whatever I want to use, I can hook that on here. Now this pump here will generate 5.5 gallons per minute. It'll move that much volume, and you'll have about 70 pounds of head pressure at your nozzle here, okay? So you'll have plenty of pressure to apply this mixture onto the roof. So let's go ahead and get this stuff mixed up. Okay, we're going to go ahead and start dumping our bleach into the water. Try not to get it splashing on you. And while I'm saying that, let me remind you that, matter of fact, just stick it on down in there. It works a little better where it can't splash. But check out the clothes I'm wearing here, guys. Old t-shirt I don't care about, a hat that I don't care gets bleached, and check out these pants. I have wore these pants to bleach stuff many, many times, and or paint houses or whatever I'm doing. So anyway, make sure you put on your old clothes when you're dealing with bleach like this, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and add all of these to this mixture, okay? I got 25 gallons of water, like I said. I'm gonna put 5 gallons of bleach in here, and we're gonna put some soap in it. We're stir it up real good, and we're gonna get busy, so stay tuned. We're gonna go and add some soap now. This soap here is actually already watered down a little bit. That's where I washed out some of the jugs that I use, you know, and I'll just rinse out some and wash it out. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit more. So this is definitely empty now. I got another one here. I'm gonna go ahead and put in, oh, I don't know. We'll just kind of put maybe 4 of these little cups in here. We just want a little bit of suds to where we can see where it's at on the roof. Maybe an extra one here. Okay, that'll be enough there, guys. And now I want to tell you something. The professionals typically use a percentage for a roof wash. I've heard some guys say 5%, some guys say 6%. We're definitely below that threshold, okay? We definitely cut this stuff a lot weaker than that, and I'm okay with that, all right? Because we've already treated this one time and with about this mixture, and it killed most of it. The old saying I learned from one guy, he said, if it's on the roof, if it turns brown, it's coming down, meaning that it's going to come down with the next rain. But if it stays black, you'll be back, and that means you'll be back spraying it again. So I think this should take care of what we're doing today. We're staying on the weaker side. You know, we don't want to damage anything if this SH was harmful to the shingles or whatever have you. I don't mind doing things twice if I'm just going to stay on the safe side. So let me get this stirred up really good, and we'll hook that pump up, and I will get up on the roof, and we'll get some of this stuff put down. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and plug our pump in, and you can hear it running. It's actually relatively quiet. I'm going to go right over here to our barrel. I'm going to cut this thing on until we get it all bled out. So as you can tell, we got air right there, a lot of air. Should take a minute for the pump to bleed out the line here. Okay, guys, that only took a few minutes. You see that's pretty good steady stream right there coming out. And another thing that's cool, now that we got full pressure, listen to our pump. It just cut off. Okay, so the pump automatically cuts off when you get full head pressure. That's a really cool thing about it. I do notice I got a little leak right here. So let me work on this a little bit, and then we will get up there on the roof here in just a second. Okay, guys, I put a mask on because actually they say that the fumes from the Clorox can be harmful. You know, when it hits the hot roof or what have you, there's fumes that actually activate from that. So I wanted to wear a little bit of a mask just to protect myself from that. And we're getting ready to climb up the ladder. Now, I could stand on this ladder and actually put it on that stream, and I could reach the whole top of this roof, okay? And I could just sit there and do it that way, but actually this is only a 512. I'm gonna go ahead and just get up there, start at the peak, and kind of go down my sides real neatly, and just kind of wash it down from being on the roof. Unless I decide to do something different, that's the way I'm gonna do it. So stay tuned. Okay, folks, hey, we're down off the roof. I'll pull this down one time. That went on very good right there. And look right here in our barrel. We've still got probably 20 gallons of material here, and I feel good about that. I actually had a little bit more control with it this time. And last time I'd done this, I had it on the shower setting. I think I put out a little bit too much material, and I had a hole in my hose, okay? And so it was leaking too. And I was like in a real big hurry. I couldn't stop and fix the hose. So anyway, we got a different hose today. So we're doing a lot better. We only used probably like 5 gallons on that side of the roof. And you might be asking yourself, why didn't I do the other side of the roof? Here's why. It don't need it. This is the northern side. This points toward the north. The other side gets plenty of sunshine. There's no trees or anything. It's clean as a pin. It don't have anything wrong with it. Now we're getting ready to jump on top of the house, and one end of my house has more of the black algae on it than the other. Other is pretty clean, and we've already treated it, like I said. But I'm gonna concentrate more on this one end to start with, and then I'll go back. You'll see me when I'm up there. I'm gonna focus on about half of the house, and then I'll come back and I'll hit the other side. Okay, so you can watch me. I'll probably go back and overdub as I'm doing this, and we'll talk about it at the end. Stay tuned. Okay. Okay, folks. Hey, we're all finished up here today. We got the roof done, except for one little small section. Okay. I thought we ran out of fluid, but actually, I think my pump stopped working. Okay, so I will not be putting a link down below for this pump. Okay. Uh, I think I paid about $90 for this thing, so I'm probably going to. It didn't say anything about not using Clorox with it. So, but it's probably not suitable for commercial use when using Clorox. Okay. So I will not put a link to this one down below. Maybe I will find another one, maybe one that I'm actually going to purchase now. Because actually, I think this is definitely a tool that I want in my inventory of tools, because I plan on using it to disperse bleach when I wash my house, to kind of put a layer on there before I actually pressure wash. So I'm going to use it for that, as well as other uses as well. So, but I will find a different pump to put down below in this video. You guys, this worked out really good. I think I got it strong enough to where it's going to finish taking care of the areas that weren't taken care of before. Thank you for checking out the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Check out our stand store, that first link down below. We always have something free we can give you. We also have my book, Money Lessons 101, for $7.99. Have a great day. See you next time. Okay guys, back inside tonight after the roof cleaning. I did want to let you guys know that I, being the mechanical guy that I am, I had to tear into that pump just to see what the heck was going on. I wanted to see what was broke in it, or if there was some type of seal that messed up or something like that. And actually the little thing that the electric motor turns the pump, something broke with that little metal assembly. It was like a bearing and something that actually broke inside there. I could see that it was all cockeyed, and it just definitely was a malfunction with the part. It didn't have anything to do with whether or not we were running bleach through it, because I was going to tell you guys at the end, when you do use bleach on any type of tool, whether it be a sprayer or anything, you definitely want to go back and rinse it thoroughly with water when you're done, because if you've ever let bleach like sit in a container, you've probably seen this before, to where it has that little crusty, white, flaky stuff. It's just a very corrosive product. So you would definitely want to get it out of your sprayer or out of any type of tool that you would use, okay? So I'm going to return this pump and buy myself a better quality pump, okay? And like I say, I will let you guys know what I end up purchasing. I'll put a link down below. So anyway, everything went great today, guys. And the little section that I did not get finished with, I will probably just put it in my pump sprayer, get back up there on the roof tomorrow evening, and go ahead and just, it'll take me a little bit of extra time to do it that way. It's a slower process, but I'll finish up and be done with it for now. But for the next time, I will have a better pump, guys, to do that with. Thank you for watching the video. We'll see you next time. Take care. Okay, folks, hey, we're up here on the roof. I wanted to show you what this thing looks like. This is about 3 or 4 days after we done our last treatment here. This here was actually the worst area of the whole roof, and as you can see, shingles here look like brand new. I'm gonna step down this way. There's a little valley right here, and this little peak that comes out here had some of the black algae. This side over here faces the north, and it actually had even more on it. And as you can see, it's just totally clean now. As we look down the whole front of the roof here, beautiful. I mean, it looks like brand new shingles. We'll step back right over here right quick. Take a look at the back. I mean, it looks great. It looks phenomenal. Everything's nice and clean. And from this point here, I'm going to zoom in and let you see the roof of the garage. Okay, as you can see, that side there definitely had black algae, especially on the end closest to me right now. And it is like perfectly clean. I mean, it looks great. So this process definitely done a great job. And if you feel comfortable enough to do it yourself, go for it. If you don't like being on a roof or playing with chemicals, you may want to call the professional. Have a great day. Thanks for watching the video. See you next time.